What is up, guys? So today I have here the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, and I switched to this phone from the iPhone 16 Pro for a day. I did switch back to my Pro, but I'm going to be telling you my experience of switching to this phone in 2024 and if it was a good experience and overall if I can recommend this phone. Okay, so the first thing is, how should you buy this phone? Since it's 2024, this phone is going to be 2 generations old, so it's going to be like 3 generations old, kind of. But yeah, so I bought this off of Facebook Marketplace, and it was a good deal. It was for like just under like 500. And it did come with some pretty big scratches and stuff, which the guy didn't say it had any then when I looked at it, because he handed it to me with the case on. And he's told me that it was in perfect condition, and I like took it off quickly and looked at it, which I should have more thoroughly checked it. But yeah, so you can pick this up for around $500, which is the same price as an S24 FE is going for. You can also find them on Back Market and like what's the other one called? Craigslist. And like I would be very careful about Craigslist though, or eBay or Best Buy or like Samsung Refurbished. So you can find them for some like good prices. I'll leave some links down in the description. But yeah, so you can pick this up for roughly around $500 to $600. Okay, and as for performance, this Galaxy S23 Ultra is running the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy. So it definitely is a fast chip, but it's just not the fastest when compared to like the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 that's in the Galaxy Z Flip 6, or the Galaxy or the Snapdragon X Elite chip that's going to be in the S25 Ultra. So it's definitely a good performance. Like you're going to get solid, like I guess day-to-day, like just performing like regular tasks, like opening and closing different applications. It's not going to be slow. Some things like processing or sometimes it'll just kind of glitch out, but it definitely is comfortable when it comes to like all-around performance. Now, overall, this phone still does feel fast. Like I said, the chip isn't crazy old, so you're still going to get a good amount of performance. It's going to be really snappy. It's not going to be the fastest thing, but it's definitely going to be really great when it comes to the performance aspect. Now for design. So design is pretty similar to the current flagship design of the S24 Ultra. Obviously, the S25 Ultra will keep kind of the similar camera layout, but will have rounded corners and slightly shorter. So it definitely is uncomfortable. This is the pretty much the only reason why I switched away from it. It's because I was used to phones like the S24 Plus, the Galaxy Z Flip 6 that has rounded corners, and the iPhone 16 Pro that also has rounded corners. So switching to a phone that has super boxy corners, I just was not a big fan of, because it's jabbing into your hands. Even when you throw a case onto it, it's still just, it's large, it's uncomfortable, and I don't really like the design of it. We also have a curved display, which I'm not a huge fan of how it feels. Like, since I've gone to flat displays, I think flatter displays just feel a lot more premium. So I don't know why my phone isn't focusing. It should be. 1 second. As you can see, there is like a little lip there, and I think it's just like a, not necessarily a boxy frame, but kind of like how the Z Flip 6 has a more boxier cutoff, or like the S24 Plus or like the iPhones. I just don't like how it kind of is like round. I'm not a huge fan of that. Maybe some people really like this design, but for me personally, that's the main reason why I didn't like it. And as for the build quality and materials, the Galaxy S23 Ultra uses Gorilla Glass. Okay, let's see if I can get this. This phone has Gorilla Glass armor. Okay, this phone has armor aluminum for the side rails and Gorilla Glass Victus 2 for the glass. There we go. And when you compare it to the newest S24 Ultra, the S24 Ultra has like the Gorilla Glass armor, so it's like the toughest. It's actually tougher than Ceramic Shield. Okay, so now let's talk about the cameras. So the cameras are definitely a strong point and a weak point of this phone. So let's go ahead and take this. Oops, let's set to the wallet. That's not gonna be the right one. Okay, so the cameras are definitely good. You have that 100 times X like lens. Let's take a picture of the 12 megapixel. Switch to 200. Okay, so as you can see, that was like, did that just take the picture? Wait 1 second. So here's the picture in 12 megapixels. So if we zoom in on here, it does look really good. As you can see, decent detail. But when we switch to the 2000 megapixel mode, oh, okay, maybe there's not as much detail. Wait, hold on, it's kind of blurry. 1 second. So this is another picture. 50 or 12 megapixel 5x lens, a 200 megapixel primary lens, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and the 3 megapixel 3x lens is still there. So yeah, it's definitely pretty decent when it comes to cameras. Not anything special, but it's still a good camera system. Okay, also, this phone does get Galaxy AI, which also has the S Pen, which, I mean, You probably know that. But this phone does have Galaxy AI, so that is something that's pretty important to know. I mean, it's not anything that you haven't heard before, but it's just good to know that this phone does have it. So like the draw, like, oops, oh my gosh, that's horrible. But like you can generate something by drawing it. This isn't connected to any internet yet, but yeah, so it does have it, like the image play, or not the image playground used to iPhone. Like it has the, like, sketch to image, the, like, smart, like, select thingy, and it has, like, the different, like, tools, like the editing tools and stuff like that. It has everything, all the Galaxy AI features that are out now, this phone does have, so that's definitely really nice to see. Phone will have 3 more operating system updates. It'll get One UI 7, 8, and 9. So that's good to know that it will have a good amount of longevity even if you buy it now. So yeah, overall, this phone is definitely a solid choice. The only reason, like I said, that I didn't like it or that I switched away from it was because the camera is not the display, which it does have a pretty good display. It has a Quad HD Plus resolution. It was because of the sharp sides, so I guess kind of like the design. But if you like that, that's fine. It's definitely a good device. Also, a case is pretty hard for this phone because, like, there were some cases, or there were in certain scenarios, it would kind of start to come off, and just like you don't really get like optimal protection on these corners, and then there's like a lip there. So just I don't like the rounded corners, or rounded, like, sides. I'm definitely glad Samsung did away with that. Overall, the Galaxy S23 Ultra is a good choice even in 2024 and into 2025. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see my comparison between this phone and the S25 Ultra, definitely consider subscribing. That will be out as soon as the S25 Ultra releases. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you enjoyed it, subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. And I'll catch you in my next video, and I'll see you then. Bye, guys.